Does Japan's economy bottom out this weekend, or towards the end of this week? Do we get another distractionary false flag type situation to get everybody's mind off the scandal distraction and drum up the drum up, stimulate the war machine again? Because I can tell you that the American people are pretty much worn out. They're pretty much bored to death. They're sick and tired of being bored to death. Which is, these war pimps, these warmongers, man. That's what you get from both parties. I think that's pretty much been established now. What then? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Nothing. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do nothing. You're going to do the same thing you've done for the last 100 years. You're going to do nothing. You're not going to overthrow anything. You're not going to rise up in any nominal way. I mean, they've got all the tanks and all the bombs and all the guns, and right now they're all pointed at you, John Q. Public. They're all pointed at you. And I think that's really what it's going to take for people to finally, get fed up, get sick of this, because, they can tell you only so many ways that you are the enemy before they actually pull the trigger. And that's exactly what they've done. They want to suppress you and pound you into the dirt until you don't breathe anymore. And you still sit there and trust these people. You still do nothing. What are you afraid of? You don't have any, except for the television, you have nothing to lose. You don't own anything. You don't own your cars. You don't own your homes. You don't own your souls. You don't own any of it. So you can either continue to lease it to the state at a loss of profit for you, or you can give it all over to Yahuwah. It's your choice. But I for one am just sick of this game, this false reality, this toddling along, waiting for people to catch up. Backwards. That's what you're being compared to. Bagworms. Bagworms on an old dead tree. I live in a somewhat rural community. Somewhat. I mean, it's like 1 foot in the burbs and 1 foot in the sticks. I mean, I only have to go, a couple hundred yards, and it's just nothing but, open spaces. And, I get these idiots, these intellectual boobs, these hyper-educated idiots who try to express to me how the world is overpopulated. Oh, really? Really? The world's overpopulated, huh? The world's overpopulated. That's just fantastic. That's craptacular, Because, except for you, I don't see a whole lot of people around me. All I have is my little tribe. So show me where all this overpopulation is, Because I can tell you, you can fit all the world's population in the state of Texas. Everybody have a pretty decent amount of space between him and his neighbor. Not like it is in a lot of these neighborhoods here. You know, I mean, there's lots of undeveloped areas, and then right in the middle of all these little undeveloped areas are these homes that are built right up next to each other. I mean, there's not even 20 feet between one giant big mansion and another. The footprint takes up almost the entire lot space, you know, and it's like, why? Why do you do that? I don't want to be that close to my neighbor. You know, it's funny because the way the homes are laid out, one person's bathroom window is facing another person's kitchen window. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's ridiculous. It's redonkulated hearted. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I just drove right by a street of houses, and it expresses exactly what I just said. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's like we're leading people to believe things a certain way. It's just wrong. It's 180 degrees out from what's actual fact. You know, they tell you about overpopulation, and then they show you the same, you know, the same camera shots of the same neighborhood in Singapore. You know, it's just like, really? Really? Okay. Meanwhile, the governments are pushing all of the people out of the, you know, the agricultural areas and pushing them into the giant megacities. Because it's easier to, you know, it's easier to pull off a mass culling if you put everybody into the cities and then release some kind of bioweapon. It's a lot easier to do it that way than it is to try to spread it out over. Oh shit! I did it again. You know, spread it out over an entire continent. Which is absolutely BS. To do that to people, this is what I'm saying. You take the people off the land. Their first and only true natural position in this creation is to be on the land, working the land by the sweat of their brow, making their own bread. That is our default position in the natural order of things. We put them into these little factory cities. And here in America, it's not even factory cities. They're all service sector suburbs. Nobody makes anything here. What are you kidding? I'm the only person I know who actually makes something for a living. Everybody else is just service-oriented positions. Seriously. It's all just around service, because you're a servant to faithless masters. You are a servant to faithless masters. How many times have I got to say that before it gets through? You are a servant to faithless masters who have made more money off of your soul than you will ever see in your lifetime. They have profited off of you and exploited you to the nth degree. Yay. And we're force-fed gangster rap and Satanism, you know, as a daily part of our cultural diet, as if it's nutritious. It's got vitamin C and stuff in it. Yeah. Vitamin C. And the song drones on. Yep. Okay. Well, to all 41 of my subscribers, I won't be insulting. Have a lovely day. Maybe you'll get a PM video. I don't know. I'm so strung out these days. I mean, I'm just working myself silly. My brain isn't even engaging anymore lately. I'm just going, just doing it. That's not a really good position. I mean, it isn't. It isn't. You're not thinking. That's an issue. But if you're receptive and open to the promptings of the Ruach, then maybe that's not such a bad thing. I just hope that I'm still enough I can hear it. Still small voice. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that when he gives me the unction, when he gives me the prompting, that that I can hear, and that I'm obedient enough to do what I'm told in the way that I'm told to do it. But we shall see. We shall see.